Hey Tess, how you going today?
Fantastic, Ryan. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. Lovely to see you. I'm super excited about today's call, so we get to chat about your Born to Love Life experience and hear it from you live. So yeah, first question I'd like to ask is, what drew you into the container at the very beginning? What was it about Born to Love Life that you just felt like you needed to be in this space?
Yep. I think it was just your post on Facebook. I've been feeling a little bit, I don't know, restless and distracted and not in flow. And just everything that you put on the post just resonated with what I wanted. So I just jumped
Awesome.
on board.
Yeah, wicked. And yeah, in saying that, how has it been your Born to Love Life journey?
Very good. I've enjoyed it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And what are your give us a picture of who was Tess before Born to Love Life? You've always been an amazing person, and who is Tess now after the Born to Love Life experience? What do you feel are the key shifts that you've made from say pain to gain, or just from like stacking on?
Yeah. Yeah. So just being able to refocus, feeling a lot calmer. Like I said, I'm not feeling restless. I'm not feeling distracted. I've actually, just back on the path, back in the flow of where I'm supposed to be, and dealing with things in a lot more calmer fashion as well too. Yeah, just more to the opportunity than chaos. That sort of feeling when things are presenting themselves at the moment. So feeling like from before it, I'm a lot more calmer and a lot more in flow. Mm.
Yeah, awesome, cool. What was your favorite part about the Born to Love Life experience?
There were so many. um,
Paint a picture, if you will, if you like.
I don't know. It was just like I loved the movements. Um, in the work that I do as a remedial massage therapist and strength and conditioning coach, I can actually relate to a lot of those movements as rehabilitative and functional. So I enjoyed them because I knew what they were actually doing on a physical level as well. And there are also movements that I know I should be doing and just haven't done. So it's good to be able to put them into a routine as well too. So I like that about it. I when we did the tool about where you want to be, what the gap is, and all that sort of stuff, I found that gave me that tool just gives you clarity, and you can really focus on what you're wanting and what that gap is and what you need to do to fill that gap basically. So just those little tools and just the movements basically. Oh,
Yeah,
fantastic! Yeah.
awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, wonderful. So, yeah, with the Neigong movement system, because really, I love your lens and perspective coming in from a strength and remedial massagers and strength and conditioning coach, and seeing the
Mm.
physical benefits, either from the lectures or from your internal practice. Um, can you maybe speak to some of what you may have experienced internally, some of the shifts that may have been created
Mm.
internally? Because sometimes people just think they're going to get moving, to
Mm.
get strong, and then you know
No,
what I mean. And yeah, so
no.
I'd love to hear it from.
It's I think on a lot of the movements, um, it's not a physical strengthening. It's very much a spiritual release. Like it's an energy release on a lot of them, and a lot of them really unexpected as well too. Um, so you get a really interesting combination of activation of muscles in some movements, but a very big energy release in some of the other muscles. And I can't explain it, but you feel very different after you've had them. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great. I think what I'm excited about the embodied I Ching Neigong movements is the eight elements that get balanced in each of the seven chakras, and
Mm,
what that means for a person. And even though a lot of this wisdom is from the different teachers that both myself and Fane had, um, the way that they've been put together, like because each movement only is like 3 minutes, you know.
mm,
That's it. And I'm excited because some of the West knows about Neigong, but it's really not mainstream at all.
mm,
But the way that we've delivered this is really unique again on top of that. And it's very precise and targeted to the chakra and the element.
mm,
So it
mm.
opens up a whole new way of connecting and relating to the intent, because Nei just means inner and then Gong means work. So as you know, in strength and conditioning, a lot of it is we're working out or getting
Mm.
stronger. And actually, I don't know much about it personally.
Yeah.
But Neigong we're working in.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm just really really excited about that, and I just thought I'd give the audience, in case they're listening and they're like, okay, well, what is Neigong? It means inner work, and the embodied I Ching Neigong is a 56 movement series that's through Born to Love Life. We do it over a 4-week journey, and you spend 3 days in each element, and you go from the root to the crown, and there's this building up of energy, and you journey through the elements.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so anything that you'd like to say on that, or and then the next question I was going to ask is, can you tell us a little bit about your own elemental journey? Is there anything that you would like to speak to, like how you found that personally going through?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
So that, yeah, elemental journey was interesting. There were some elements that like I just flowed through, and it was great. I think I got to fire, and it really agitated me, that element. Like for 3 days, I was just, it agitated the shit out of me. But then when we got to water, I had the biggest release when we had water, and when we had the call for water. As soon as I opened up that call, like I could feel it, and then you did that meditation, ran through the meditation on that one, and yeah, there was the biggest energy release that I've ever felt, just coming from the water, just releasing whatever the hell fire brought up, and yeah, and then I've just found the other elements weren't as intense as that, luckily. But I found just little things in each. There are a few things in each element, but definitely I felt a big, big agitation, and fire and water really just released all of that. And since then, so I've had difficulty sleeping for the last couple of months. And irregular bowel movements and things like that. And after we did that water release, I slept all night through, and I've slept all the night through, like since that night, and just gone back to regular and feeling fantastic, and just my energy levels are back up to where it was. So whatever needed to be released and set through was sorted with that. And that's not, I haven't changed anything else. So I hadn't changed diet, hadn't changed exercise, hadn't changed any of those other things. So I really cannot put it down to anything else, except for that is the only thing we did differently, is go through that elemental alchemy.
Wow, that and yeah, what I love about it too is because there's a lot of buzzwords around alchemy, and I've trained with some really high level masters on true inner alchemy that's been for health and longevity, that's been around for a long time. And but in this, we're experiencing that through physical movement that's prescribed to the energy centers and the balance.
Yeah.
And if the listeners are wondering, well, what are the 8 elements? They're all in natural polarities. You've got heaven and earth, fire and water, you've got mountain and lake, and then you've got thunder and wind. And so they're all natural polarities. And so when they're balanced, we find our center, and the center is the most powerful place. And that's where we naturally get into flow and yeah, deal with life in a better way. Yeah, just to give people some context too, sometimes when they're listening. And yeah, and so it's interesting because when in fire in the solar plexus, that movement is actually the most yang movement out of all of the 56. And it's actually specifically designed for the digestive system. So I'm just assuming, because you do all of thunder that awakens the energy in the body, then all of lake, which can bring up a lot of emotion, and fire, which can really bring up what's been kind of dormant that needs to be moved. From the people out there that are familiar with the law of attraction, or can resonate with your vibe, attract your tribe, or your thoughts are magnetic and things like that, that our dominant vibration underneath the surface of it all is what's manifesting a lot of our core circumstances that we can't shake and move in life. So we can have a strong personality and we can overcome them, but when that personality goes into, say, autumn or winter, where we just don't feel the same light and the same spark and the same strength, in the West we're used to push, but you can do that right up to, sometimes 30, sometimes 40. But then eventually, if we don't balance the seasons of the elements within our body, we actually lose out on the the momentum. Like, for example, a farmer who's very good at going through all of the seasons, or a business person who's good at going through all the seasons, the amount of wisdom that they gain when they're in their harmony and strength through each four, when they come full cycle, is like there's so much more in the next season, so much more momentum and growth. So it sort of starts slow, but the next thing you know, you get balance and you get harmony. So uh, as a normal, when I'm chatting, it's like opening up, different pieces. And if I bring it back to the fire, the fire element and the digestive element, I'm feeling when you got to that, through that fire, it brought everything up that needed to be brought up. And then when you get to water, which a lot of the water movements are linked to the heart chakra. So the thunder movements, even though we go from root to crown, are linked to the root. The lake, a root linked to the sacral. The fire, even though we go root to crown again, is the solar plexus. The water is in the heart. So then what happens with the release is the heart is the emotional regulator for the for our emotions. So whatever's, I can feel what's taking place. I'm getting a deeper appreciation for the alchemy of the layers. Like when you get to that, it brings it all up, and then it can be regulated and released. So that would be my example of what you've experienced. And of course, every person is going to get a flavor of that, but it could also be very different as well. So wow, okay, cool. I'm just I love the journey that you've had. It's really nice to hear that experience that you've had, Tess, with it. Cool. How did you find the live calls and the lectures?
They were good. They were good. I liked how they were organized yet still organic, which is a good way to learn, basically, and interact. A lot of good information in there, but enough time as well in between each call to reflect on what was said and to move on to the next part. But it's good that they're all uploaded, that you can actually go back to them as well too, because there's always information that you're going to miss and pass over and stuff. So, but they're structured well.
Awesome. What's your if someone's sitting out there wanting to do Born to Love Life, but they've never done an online program before, or they're thinking, I can't learn this online. To those people, so they have an understanding of the possibilities of what it looks like. So, because for some people, mental block of doing that can stop them from progressing their life and miss out on all the benefits as a result.
Yeah. So even though you label it as a course, it's not like a school structured course. It's more of a 4-week interaction and discussion, basically. That's pretty much what it is. It's more of a discussion, and it's so much easier because you can actually give back. Whereas when you're doing a course, you just have to take information, remember it. Whereas you're giving information and we can discuss, and there's back and forth, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a discussion.
I really resonate. That's thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's great. Yeah, awesome. And if people were no, I think that's really wonderful. What else have we got? And if someone's on the fence and they're thinking about doing it,
just do it. You're not going to lose anything by doing it. You've only got things to gain. The worst that'll happen is nothing will change. Just do it. That's all I can say. You will. There is always going to be something that you can get from this. So sitting on the fence, you're just wasting your own time. If you feel that you need something in your life, this is something, and this will give you something. You won't even know what it is, but you will definitely get something from this. Yeah. That's all I can say.
Great. And wow, good. Get me in the zone of receiving your transmission of your Born to Love Life experience. was the course what you were looking for? Like when you know, you felt it and then you went in and you experienced it, you know, because sometimes there can be hype around something, and then
Mhm.
you know, there's a discovering process, and some people are taking a risk and investing the time and energy, money. Is there for you? Do you feel that it was what you were looking for? Like when,
I think it ended up being more than what I was looking for. To be honest, I didn't know what to expect, but you know, I love a Ryan NASA course, so always beneficial. So I knew I was going to get something out of it, but I definitely got more than what I anticipated. And yeah, I've got a lot of stuff like still scattered around my table here that I need to try to structure and organize, because there's definitely more than what I anticipated from this course. Yeah. So yes, I did get what I wanted.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, super happy to hear that. And yeah, is there any other thoughts that you feel like you'd like to share with the audience around, um, yeah, your experience, or anything that you'd like to share about your journey?
um, you need to work on all the elements of life of yourself. You know, everyone does physical. A lot of people are starting to really work on their mental health, but you really need to tap into the spiritual side of yourself, or else you're not going to complete that either. You know, your full happiness and feeling full. And I think that this definitely taps into that side, but combines it with, you know, you've got a lot of psychology behind it all. And obviously, we're touching on some really groundwork, physical stuff as well, too. Like a lot of the movements, you know, you use for rehab when people are like, you know, down and out, and that's how you get them started, to stabilize them before they can get any strength. So, you know, these movements are not just silly little movements or waste of time. They are fully functional, balanced structural movements. So this course is doing all of those, you know, mental, physical, and your spiritual elements to everything. So definitely worth it, you know, 4 weeks of your life, for the rest of your life, really.
Yeah, sign me up. Let's go.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, cool. So, hmm, some of this will cut a little piece. Okay.
You know, when people say you're mumbling into the air.
Yeah. It's really like every call is different, and it's a different tempo. And as much as I try to be I am all relaxed about it, let it flow. Um,
Yeah.
I'm also hearing the information for the first time, and it's like, oh wow, this is
Yeah. Yeah.
fascinating. And trying to learn the balance of like, oh, I should give something to the audience perspective here, and also
Yeah. Yeah.
not, and just let the person share
Yeah.
their experience.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, oh well, since we know we're gonna, I'll just see if there's anything else here that cool. I think that's it. I would say the last part is feeling, unless there's any sort of final thoughts, but I'd love to know what's your born to love life, you know, wisdom or message from your soul to the audience. Like, doesn't doesn't have to be intellectual. It can just come from
Yeah. Um, my whole born to love life moment is, I feel very recharged from this, and um, able to just get back to what I am here to do, basically. And it feels really good. Mm.
Great. Yeah.
That's it.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Tess, for your time today. It's been really beautiful to hear your results. I'm looking forward to your life continuing to flower, and the, you know, born to love life journey. And yeah, thanks for being an incredible being and a human that's you know, and full credit to you. You've put the work in, the effort and the time and the hours, and that's what really counts at the end of the day. So yeah, so full credit to you. So thanks for being one of those amazing people that yeah, shows up and takes it in and digests it and makes it work for you. So that's really really awesome. So yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, bye for now.
Bye.